out of here, dude. Oh, fantastic. Hey guys, my name is Brandon from Gearist.com. Today, we're going to be talking to you about the Storm Racer jacket from Patagonia. Now the first thing is, you may be wondering why I'm not wearing this for this review. Well, because it's 90 freaking degrees and I'm standing in direct sunlight. So, I'm not going to wear it for much of this review. I'll put it on a couple times for you, but first, let's just talk about the technical aspects of the jacket. You know, if there's anybody that knows how to make a piece for a specific condition, it's Patagonia. And when we got this jacket, it was actually kind of into the spring, and actually kind of late in the spring. So the first time I got to run in this was in May. However, May is the rainy month here in Colorado, and we actually got some snow. So I really got to get this into all conditions, as well as the fact that we had a very, very rainy and wet May and early June. The Storm Racer jacket is one that's meant to be able to kind of head out the door for your easy trail run or road run, what have you, but it's also meant to stand up to the rigors of an ultra race. Now, that being said, the fabric needs to be something special. Now, the fabric on this jacket is actually a 2.5 layer, that's right, 2.5 layer, 30 denier ripstop lightweight nylon fabric, which basically adds up to this being very waterproof and breathable. To round out those aspects, all the inner seams, as you can see here, are seam taped and actually very effective. It's also got a nice DWR finish, which keeps that water away from the jacket, as well as it being waterproof itself. From a fabric standpoint, this thing performed like a dream. Again, I was in torrential downpours with this. I was in rainstorms, snowstorms, spring snowstorms, which means it was heavy and wet rain here in Colorado, or heavy and wet snow rather, and none of it ever got in. It was very good for that type of thing that's really meant to keep it off of you. Internally, one of my favorite, if not my favorite aspect of this fabric is the fact that it's texturized. Now, you may not be able to see here, but I'll put up a picture right here, and you can see that there's a little bit of raised texture on this. Now, I have the innate ability to sweat like a cold beer can in a hot Texas summer day, even when it's relatively cool outside. So one of my big pet peeves is when I wear a jacket or something like this and it's just meant to keep rain off me, it's that it sticks to me, it sticks to my skin. But I can tell you firsthand, I wore this one day. I was going for a ride actually up this canyon right over this way. I was going up this canyon on a bike ride and it was pouring down rain, and I was actually about 72 degrees, which is kind of warm for me to be putting on anything, but it was such a torrential downpour that I really wanted to have some sort of covering. And I put this on, and even in that temperature, with already being wet, I was still sweating, yes, but it was amazing how that thing did not stick to me. Now, if you get this jacket or pick it up, one of the first things that you're probably going to notice is its lack of pockets, which you can see here with the exception of one right there. It's on the inside of the left breast. Now, what's great about this pocket is it's for your phone, your wallet, what have you, kind of right in there. What you're also going to notice about that pocket is that there is no audio port. So, if you want to wear this and wear headphones, they are either going to come out of the zipper up through your collar and into your ears, or you're going to need to have some sort of wireless audio solution. That's probably one of the things I would have liked to see improved on this, is a couple more pockets. I don't really think it would add much weight, if any. You don't necessarily need your hand pockets because, again, you're meant to be running, to be moving in this jacket, and you don't really need those pockets. However, I can see where there might be some people that would want those. If nothing else, I would like to see a small audio hole cut right there, just for the cord of headphones to go through for people that don't have wireless options. Now, another thing you may have seen on this jacket and thought it was a pocket are the vents that this jacket has. There's one here, one of the kind of the bicep area of each arm, which you can see right there, which are zippered. There is no mesh. It goes straight into the arm there. So if you're getting a little warm, that's a great way to have some airflow. And then there are two more here on the back, right around the lats on each side. These are not zippered. They are always open, though they are covered with a fine mesh. One of the things I noticed about these mesh back pockets is that if you're wearing a backpack or something like that, or a hydration pack, especially if it's wider or if it sits higher so that the rib, the kind of hip belt around it is going to cover that, it may prevent those from working quite as well as they should. But again, you've got these arm vents to kind of keep things in the arms and pits a little more ventilated. To further keep the weather at bay, the Storm Racer jacket has these great sleeves that are extra long, and they are elastic. stick, and actually the top side, as you can see there, is kind of curved to go down over the wrist. I'll show you this when I put it on here in a second. And you could see some of that in the video footage that we've been seeing all along. Also, as I'm sure you've been wondering, we've got this great hood right here, which is awesome. It's a brimmed hood. It's actually got also a rear pull to kind of adjust where it sits on your head, how it sits, and it's going to snug up around those ears, because when I first put this on, it was kind of down over my eyes, but then as soon as I adjusted that, it went back to a really, really great spot. This is a great hood that is also seam taped, as you can see there, and also has that textured finish, so it's not really going to stick to you. It's more just kind of going to sit on top of your head, and that's a really great place for things to be. Something that I really enjoyed about the collar, and this is one of those small details that really stood out to me, is this gray patch that you can see right there. Now what that is again, because this jacket's probably going to pull forward, as most shirts and jackets and apparel on top tend to do, this is a really soft kind of velvety microfiber area that's going to sit up against the back of your neck. It's not going to rub, it's not going to chafe, and most importantly, it's not going to stick. The final thing I should point out is this single pull drawstring down here around the hem. This does not require two hands to operate. You just have it on, you pull right here, and because it's tied off to the body of the jacket, it will cinch up around the waist, or rather around the hem, the bottom of the jacket. In terms of sizing, this is a large, and I usually wear a large, and this fits very, very well. It fits me exactly how I would expect it to be. Note, this is not Euro sizing large, which is very different. This is straight up American large. It fit me exactly how I would expect it to be, as you've seen in these video clips. As far as performance goes, as I've told you, this fabric performs like a dream, and that's the key to me, is that this fabric with that little bit of texture doesn't stick to your body. It's a really nice feature that I really like. As far as keeping water away, it does an excellent job. The ventilation is really solid too, though those vents along the back, again, they do get closed off by some packs, but you're not always going to be wearing a pack when wearing this, and as you can see in those video clips you've been seeing, I wasn't wearing a pack in those. Another thing that I really enjoyed was that it's relatively quiet. Now when you're just holding it, you can hear a little bit of rustling, but when you have it on, it actually sits so well on the body and kind of is fit to your form. It's not form-fitting per se, but it just fits your body so well that you don't have a lot of excess kind of movement. Don't get me wrong, there is sound. It's not like dead quiet, like a silence chamber or something like that, but it's also not like hearing a freight train the way you can with some scratchier fabrics. From a performance aspect, you can't really question this jacket. The quality of the materials and construction are really unparalleled. Here's the place where everybody's gonna roll their eyes and kind of say, oh, well, that's Patagonia for you. It's the price tag. It is a very, very expensive piece. Look, it is built for ultra distance adventures. I will mention that. It's also gonna hold up to a lot more than most really low price jackets. But this thing does come in at $280. Now, keep an eye on prices to come down on this, especially as the next kind of winter foul weather running season comes around. But still, it's $280. I balked the price. It's a bit much. So I'd like to see that come down. Again, it's got great features, including the reflectivity that I didn't mention earlier. I mean, just some really great features. That fabric is well worth the price of admission, in my opinion. But $280 is a lot to swallow. But in any event, I really think it's a solid jacket. It's just that price tag is my sticking point. My question for you guys today is, what is a trade-off from price to performance for you? Like, where is your breaking point? I'd love to hear it. So please leave your comments in the comment section down below. If you'd like to see where you can buy the Patagonia Storm Racer jacket, definitely check the description of the video down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend with us. If you've got any questions about this review or any of our reviews at all, please head over to Gearist.com, which you can click right there and visit us, and just leave us a note. You can also email info@Gearist.com or find us on all our social media outlets, which you can see right there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, which you see that button right there. Subscribe to that. Oh, yeah, don't forget to like and favorite this video. That does a big help to us. If you'd like to check out buy links for this video, you can also do so by checking the comments or description section of this video. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time.